Ho, 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 ho.
Hi everybody! Do you have a Santa suit back home? You know, one of those that you put on and then you're walking around pretending you're Santa and stuff? Well, if you don't, come with me, I'm gonna show you how to make one. Here, I have glued together two big boxes, you see here, one and two. There is a hole in one end and I've cut a hole all the way through. And then there is a small hole at the other end for my head. So now let me put the suit on. Hey-ho! That's what it's gonna look like. It fits my head perfectly. So this is the starting point. And then I'll add on the arms. Some glue on the arm. Stick it on here like this. Putting on a bit of tape so that it stays there while it dries. Then the other side, the belt I'll put on the middle between the two boxes so that we cover up that crack. Stuff it on and then fold it around like that. I need some tape to tape it on as well. Then turn it and then add some more here. That frilly stuff at the end, wavy lines. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna cut that. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Glue that on, like that. Around the corner, more glue. Here. Then I will add some white, stuff around the lower end of the arms here as well. Tape that on. Now my next move is to add on the beard. I start with the beard up here instead of maybe a bit bigger, coming out this way around this corner. Yeah, like that. And now a bit of cutting. First, the mouth. Yeah, nice one. And then the nose. There, folding it out a bit. Yeah, oh yeah, good nose. And then I made some hands. Look at this. It's one hand with the thumb and the other hand with the thumb. So I'm going to glue them on now. Fold it like this. Putting the glue on here. And then sticking it on under the arm. There. And then the thumb. There. Now we got a hand and the other one. Beautiful. And then I'm ready to paint, starting with the beard, and it's white. Surprise! Next color is Santa red. And then the lips. And then the belt. Here I have made something really cool. I have taken two pieces of cardboard, cut one like this, then I painted them like this. When you put this on top of this one, and then add this one, you get a belt buckle. So now let me glue this together. Like this. And some glue on the back, and on it goes. Maybe a little piece of tape to make sure that it sticks. Then I've cut 3 circles out of cardboard and painted them black on the other side. Those will be buttons. So I put a dollop of glue and then stick them on. One here, and the last one down here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful Santa. Next, the teeth. Because if you look inside the hole of the mouth, he looks a bit toothless. So if I take this, I have now added some cardboard on the back so I can use this as a handle. And then when I stick this in, notice what happens. Whoa, 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 whoa. You see, this is the way to make the Santa appear as if he's talking and smiling. Okay, check this out. These two I can put on the inside down here, in here. You see, if this is on either side, and then the teeth will glide up and down, and then this bit of cardboard will come at the end to stop it from falling down. So I'm now going to glue this contraption inside the Santa. It'll be very hard to show you how I actually do this because you can't see anything inside and neither can I. I can see a little bit when I go around here. This is really tricky because this thing is keep falling down. Oh yeah, I gotta put more glue on. There, works like a dream. Ho, ho, and ho. Now I'm gonna put on the furry stuff around the hole. You see, I've found these furry bits that I cut out of an old Santa hat. Then I'm putting glue all around here. Now the reason for doing this is so that the edges here are not so sharp against my head, so that I don't cut myself. So I start over here by the nose, just gently adding it around. And then when I've come to the end here, I need to cut it there, making sure I got enough glue there. And then wrap it around. Are you ready to try it on? Well, here we go.
Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho.
Check out boxyourself.com.
My sister always ends up being Santa for Christmas. But she doesn't have a beard. Nor does she look very much like Santa. So now I'm gonna make her a super cute Santa mask for Christmas. Just look at this drawing. But who shall I make today? Let's try. Ho, ho, ho. Super cute! Let's make it. Then what we need is a box that is slightly larger than our heads. Make sure that it's clean because we are gonna wear it. We'll need a sheet of cardboard and a cardboard box that fits your head. 4 kitchen sponges, some brushes, glue, some paint, a paper knife, and a pencil, of course. Santa mask in 3 steps. Step 1. We glue down the flaps, cut holes for the mouth, ears and head and put in the sponges. Step 2. We add on the beard, nose, eyes and the knitted hat. Step 3. We paint the Santa mask in smashing Santa colors. Okay, let's get going. It's important to glue down the flaps, both at the bottom and at the top. In order to be sure that the 2 last flaps are glued properly, I glue one, then put on a peg, and when it's dry, I glue the last one, and put on some tape to hold it in place. And then we have a perfect box for a mask. First, we draw the hole for the head. Have you ever thought of how big your head is? That's what you are going to find out now. Let's cut it out. Let's try it on. Ooh, a bit dark. I think my eyes should be around here. It's important to have a good view when we go Santaing. And it doesn't have to be eyes. We can look through the mouth. On either side of the box, we make ears. Then it's a bit lighter and airier inside the mask. The ears will pop out easily. Now we're ready to try it on again. Whoa, fits me perfectly and I can see out of the window and everything. Just like a bicycle helmet. But even if it sits well on the head, we must make sure that the head is nice and comfy inside the mask. And that's where the kitchen sponges comes in. We glue them on either side of the head so that the Santa mask becomes safe as a helmet. Next step is the beard. We just put the Santa face down on the cardboard sheet and trace it off. Now we can choose how big a beard we want. Just draw a wobbly shape around the trace and cut it out. It's probably better you ask an adult for help with the cutting. Oh, a perfect fit. Then we can glue it on. The rest of the sheet we can use to make other parts that we need. The knitted hat, the eyes, the nose, and 2 little circles that I glue on behind the eyes. We cut them out, and then we can paint them. Often I have to paint 2 coats to get a nice, even and strong color. Next, I glue 2 cardboard strips on the back of the hat to make it a bit thicker and give it extra support when I glue it on. Now I can glue cardboard circles behind the eyes so that they stand out and look more 3-dimensional. There, right on the spot. And the shadow gives a good 3D effect. Then we have the nose, and finally the hat on top. Starting to feel a bit snacky. Lovely with a cake buddy that is always ready with some goodies. Thanks, pal! And now we are ready for the funniest of all, to paint on the beard. Let's start with a gorgeous mustache. Then we continue down on the beard. When it's dry, we can paint on the red lips and the black pupils. Let's try it on. Really nice! But one thing is for sure, it won't fit on top of my sister's body. Then we'll make a new body! Check this one! Got door on the back and all! I'll go inside. Let's go out and check if it works. Hey everybody, have you started your Christmas baking yet? I know I have. I have made these wonderful oatmeal cookies for Grandma. Well, actually, I bought them in the store, but never mind, shh, don't tell anyone, because I'm going to give them to Grandma, and she doesn't know. Now, all I need now is a container that I can put the cookies inside so they don't get wet when it's snowing when I walk over to Grandma's house. And look what I found! Oh, what a surprise! A Santa cookie container that is totally almost waterproof and really good, and it fits exactly to the size of these cookies. What a fantastic coincidence. So, would you like to make one of these? Let me show you how. All you need is one of these Pringles cans or any type of tubular can that it's sort of suitable for putting cookies inside, and the rest is just a paint job. So here are the steps. First, the can, you paint it white, and you got to paint it 3 times to make sure it's totally white. Now when it's white, you use your pencil and you sketch your Santa on it. Then after that, you ink it in. You ink in the lines. That means you use some brush and paint. I call it ink, but some acrylic paint. And then finally, you paint it and you lacquer it and you fill up your cookies. So let me explain in more detail. As you can see here, I haven't fully finished sketching yet. So let me sketch in the last bits to show you. I'll start with the mouth. So the mouth is a happy little smile like this. And as you can see here, I have drawn a center line down the middle so that I can do a symmetrical design. That doesn't mean that everything is equal, but at least I have the sort of the basic guideline for the two halves of the Santa. And then I have drawn a line straight across on top here. That's for the hat. Then the belt down here. And then the boots are down here. So there's a line right across here. So of course, when you sketch, you have to sketch all the way through. The eyes are very smiley. They're like this with a bit of wrinkle down at the end there, like this. And then the line for the beard, here comes the beard, like that. Same on the other side. There. So, as you can see, here's the cookie, here's the arm on each side, buttons, belt, the end of the coat down here. Now, we're going to ink it in. As you can see on this one, I haven't inked in everything, so let me now show you how I ink in the lines. I take a very fine brush and I dip it in slightly diluted black acrylic paint, a bit diluted so that the lines sort of glide easier. Now, if you find it difficult to use a brush, you can also use a marker, but I have to admit that brush lines do look better than marker lines because they are more sensitive, they are blacker, and you can vary the thickness of them. So now I do the curls and the beard. So the style I have chosen here is a bit decorative. It's not your typical Santa. It's a little bit more sort of stylized and decorative style. Since I'm not showing you the drawing bit in detail, I suppose it'll be very hard for you to copy mine exactly anyway. So I advise just come up with your own design, make it simple, make it fun, choose your own colors, just like me. So I'm just showing you the basic technique that I'm using. Just like this. Okay, let's paint. Hey, Santa, I need a new brush. Thank you. I have mixed a nice face color, trying my best to avoid the black lines. It's no big deal if you cross the black lines, but try not to do it too much. So now I'm filling in only where it's sort of flesh color. The rest will be beard and top of the hat. So now I'm going to show you how to paint the face and the front of the hat. I'm not going to show you the whole Santa, because I really don't have time right now, because I have to do some more baking for Christmas. Now I have to paint this twice because one layer doesn't quite cover everything. It's a bit uneven right now. So now I have to wait for this to dry, and then I will paint the second layer. And while waiting for it to dry, I'm gonna paint the nose. So I have here a kind of a deep red, sort of a brownish warm red color, or a deep red color. And the same color goes on the hat. So I paint the top here, avoiding this bit because that's the fuzzy white fur that Santa has at the end of the hat, going up to the top of the can but not over the edge. Then I do it a second time. I paint the nose, and can you tell that it's much more even and better looking now than the first time? I hope so. The second layer really does the trick. So whether you choose 2 layers or 3 layers or what, that's up to you. Just make sure that it's even and nice looking. Now when it's dry, we can then refresh the black lines again. That means that we kind of go over, we don't have to, go over everything, but wherever you see that the black lines have been disturbed by the other paint, just go over the lines a little bit, and done. And the next step now is to add shading. But before the shading, we need to dry everything really well first. Now for shading, we need to dilute the paint with a little bit of water. So I dip my brush into the red paint that I just had, and I dilute it with a drop or 2 of water. So I get this sort of transparent mix. And then I start adding where there is natural shade. Let's say underneath the rim of the hat would be a natural place to get some shadow. So I'm going to use red shadow, of course, you can use different colors for shading. I'll continue a bit down on the beard as well. But I'm not going to paint too much. Like I said, you know, I won't show you the whole thing. I'm just going to show you the front bit. Like this. And then a bit under the nose as well. Because, you know, the light will hit the nose and then the shadow will fall underneath the nose. And then I'm gonna add something that isn't really shading, but it is red cheeks up to the eyes, fading away over here somewhere, and the other side. There. Now, when this is dry, we can go over it one more time. Next is a little bit of a warm, sort of a yellowy orange shading on the beard and, well, the overall many places. This is to give the whole Santa a warm sort of look, as if he's sitting in front of the fireplace. And then this needs to dry as well. Then it's time to bring in the white again, because now we need to kind of paint out whatever white bits we want on the beard, for instance. So we paint on top of the yellow shading that we did. This is to, you know, give the beard a bit of three-dimensional feeling. Otherwise it will look quite flat, you see. So a bit of this and a bit on the brim of the hat. And then finally highlights. By adding a highlight right on top of the nose where the light will hit, then see that it's starting to look a lot more three-dimensional. So a shadow under here plus a highlight really brings out the three-dimensionality of the nose. And it looks altogether much more three-dimensional. So finally, when everything is painted and dry, we give it a coat of lacquer. So I got acrylic lacquer in here, and then I just brush over the whole thing with broad strokes. Now, the lacquer, acrylic lacquer that is, will protect the box. It will make it more waterproof for that snow. It will give it a nice glossy look, and also bring out the brightness of the colors. So it's really well worthwhile. And when that's dry, we can fill it up with those delicious cookies for Grandma. So I take the cookies like this, I stack up a few, and when I have enough, are you ready for this? In they go! Nice. And then I stack up a few more. Yo! Okay, off to Grandma. A friend of mine from the choir needs a new door sign, because the old one got eaten by a reindeer. So now I'm gonna make a new one for him. From Santa letters. Aren't they cool? Haha! All the letters in the alphabet can become Santas if we just use a little imagination. Here I have collected some materials. The most important are cardboard sheets that we can take from boxes. We'll need a sheet of cardboard, a bit of stiff paper, scissors and paper knife, pencil, marker, glue, a brush, sticky tape, and color pencils. Santa letters in 3 steps. Step 1, draw the letter as a Santa. Step 2, color it up and cut it out. Step 3, stick the Santa on cardboard and make Santa shoes. Then it stands steady on the table. A, B, C. Now we need the rest. Okay, let's get going. First, we draw an A with a pencil. Then we draw a B and a C. Next, we draw the letters rounder and fatter, kind of like they're pumped up like a beach ball. Now we can draw them into Santas. We start with the knitted hat. Under the hat comes the eyes. And the circle in the middle of the A can be a mouth. In between the eyes, we put the nose. And around the whole thing, we draw a beard. The arms comes out from both sides. And the legs of the A become the legs on the Santa. Then we take the B. All the letters are different. so you must find some funny ways to draw them. It's all up to your imagination. The hat in the left corner, then the eyes, and a pretty long nose. Underneath, we draw the beard. And a friendly smile under the nose. Then we let an arm rest gently over the opening of the bee. Belt with a belt buckle, button, and feet. On the C, we need to think a bit differently. Here, the head is on top, almost upside down, and the body is curving along the shape of the C. Here, we can stretch the nose quite a bit, and then the whole face and beard will be longer too. A round mouth gives a surprised expression. Next, a belt around the slim body. Arm, buttons, lining on the jacket, legs and boots. Now we are ready to ink in the lines. First, we draw a line around the letter shapes with a thick marker. Then we grab a thinner marker and draw in the rest. Now the lines become sharp, clear, and good for coloring in. This is real concentration work, so it's important to take a break once in a while. Next, we erase the pencil marks and start coloring. The first color is red, Santa red. We put it on the hat, all over the body, and the lips. Then we continue with pink in the face. And some extra red on the nose. The boots are black and the buckles are yellow. When we are finished with the coloring, we cut them out and glue them onto cardboard. Just put the letter on top of the cardboard, draw a line around the shape and cut it out. Put some glue at the back of the Santa and rub it on. Then we make shoes. First we cut an oval shape and two shoe shapes. We glue them together. And we make sure that the gap between the two pieces are just right for the Santa letter. When it's dry, we paint it black. Then we stuff the Santas into the shoes so they can stand up straight. CBA. No, ABC. But how about the rest? Why don't you draw all the letters? The Santas are waiting just for you. You see, now we can spell almost anything. It can be a great decoration on the table, on the fireplace, on the shelf, or you can make a great name sign for yourself or your friends. Here is one for my friend. Wilf! Shall we try to hang it on the door? Hooray! It's Christmas! And what else would we make but the Santa?
Ho! How are you gonna do that?
Easy! But first, let's make a work drawing. Close up the box and glue down the flaps before we start. Now we can draw. Imagine turning a cardboard box into Santa Claus. He needs 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, beard, ears, a Santa hat, arms and hands, a belt, a long jacket, and boots. First, we move the drawing onto the box one side at a time. Place on front. Start off by drawing 2 big round eyes, looking slightly to one side. A long nose, a big mouth behind the long nose. Look, this Santa's only got 1 tooth. Then draw a line by his eyes. This will be the bottom of his Santa hat. Next, draw a beard below his nose. And further down, a belt. I'm using a ruler to get the lines nice and straight. Draw a belt buckle halfway across so his trousers don't fall down. Now, draw some more lines to make his furry Santa jacket. And at the very bottom, draw his pants and boots. Don't forget the rest of the box. It's Santa's body, so we must draw on all sides. Boots, belt, hat, the works. On top, draw the rest of Santa's hat. Don't forget the bubble. Now you're ready to use a thick marker pen to draw over your pencil lines. This makes it easier to keep track of things when you paint old Mr. Claus. It's always wise to start with a pencil, so you can try things out, make changes, and so on. Then, when you're happy with your pencil drawing, go over it with your marker pen. If you don't have one, just use a brush dipped in paint.
Wow, your royal boldness! You're transforming the box into Santa by sheer magic!
Thanks, my smelly old cardboard.
Paint!
And now we can paint it up. Let's start with white. Santa is red, so I've mixed a thick and strong color with acrylic paint. You can buy this at most hobby and art shops. Acrylic paint can be mixed with water, but when it's dry, it's waterproof. So Santa will be just fine if you spill a drink on him. Use some white for the eyes. And black for his belt. Here's one that I painted earlier. That's the first step done, and he's starting to look pretty good. Next, we'll continue with his beard. White, of course. Use a wide brush here, because it's such a big beard. But be careful at the edges. Make a bright yellow mixture and paint on some details. His belt buckle, the buttons, boot buckles, and his eyes. When you mix the yellow with the white, Santa's eyes shine like headlights. Check out this one with dry paint. It looks great! Now we need to fix any of the lines we might have painted over. Use a marker pen or a brush dipped in paint. Finally, some details, like the texture on the edge of the Santa hat.
Add!
Then it's time to cut out and add the parts. We start with the arms. Get a piece of cardboard. We need 2 arms with hands on the ends. Don't forget the fluffy cuffs on his jacket. We also need a pair of toe caps for his boots. When you have drawn the lines in pencil, go over them with a thick marker pen. Cut them out and they are ready to paint. I'm using the same colors I used before. Red on his arms, white for the furry bits, black for the toe caps, and finally a warm pink color for his hands. Now we are ready to cut. And now we have a fun Santa to play with. But if you want a bigger challenge, you continue to...
Cut!
Get an adult to help you. Cut along these lines. Then fold them out. First the ear and the beard on one side. Then the other. Next, the nose. And finally, the bubble hat on top. Now it's glue time. Squirt some glue on the back of the toe caps. Put them underneath Santa. Get them just right, then press down so they stick in place. Now for the arms. Pop some glue on the side and press on. Do the same with the other arm. It can be good to use a few pieces of sticky tape to hold the arms in place while you wait for the glue to dry. Here's one I finished earlier.
Whoa, ho, 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 ho. It's Christmas! Applause, everybody!
Let's watch it again. First, draw Santa on the box one side at a time. First with pencil, then with a marker pen. Next, paint him with Santa colors. Red, white, black, pink and yellow. Now draw, cut and paint his arms and feet. Then cut and fold out his ears, chin, nose and hat. Finally, glue on the boots and arms. Woohoo! Santa! You can also turn Santa into a gift box to put under the Christmas tree. Cut a line around the top of his head and remove the cardboard. Put the gift in his hands and glue on some cardboard inside for support. Then fill him up with gifts.
Hey, Box, give me some more ideas.
Sure! How about using the same techniques to make other cool Santas, such as this sleeping Santa, or this strange big-headed Quasimodo Santa, or this whopping mad blue frozen granite Santa. Merry Christmas!
First, I need to put on my my Santa hat that I made out of 2 paper cups. Then, on with the Santa suit. Now I'm ready, but not entirely. I actually need to pop by the loo for a little pee first. It's a bit tight. Can somebody help me to flush the... because I can't reach the... hello? Somebody... Okay, thanks, yeah. Okay, let's head out. Ouch! Ow, ow! Alright. This is no problem. Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas! Hey! My favorite book! Look at that! Oh, wait, oh! Tack ska du ha! Something happened. Jag ska bara köpa den boken här. Det är så grejt med sådana korta armar, vet du. Hey, wow, the best Christmas present. It's really hard to eat with this costume. Next time I design it, I have to make some changes. Excuse me, somebody help me to... can you please put the cake inside the hole here? Nom 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 nom. I'm so coffee food. Yeah, is it hot? No, okay.
Very hot. Very hot.
Oh yeah, a Christmas tree. Yes, I can't resist the trip around the Christmas tree.